Hello everyone, you read the latest market news on June the 3rd, 2020. Google faces lawsuit violating privacy laws. Google faced with a $5 billion lawsuit accusing the internet search company of surreptitiously collecting information about what people view online and where they browse, despite their using incognito mode. According to the complaint filed in the federal court in San Jose, California, Google gathers personal data through Google Analytics, Google Ad Manager, and the other applications and website plugins, including smartphone apps, regardless of whether users click on Google-supported ads. The complaint said the proposed class likely includes millions of Google users who since June 1, 2016, browse the internet in private mode. It seeks at least $5,000 of damage per user for violations of federal wiretapping and California privacy laws. Oil surpasses the highest level since March. Oil prices jumped on Wednesday amid hopes that OPEC Plus will extend output cuts, along with the recovery of the fuel demand due to easing the coronavirus pandemic. Brent crude futures for August rose 2% to $40.35 a barrel, surpassing $40 mark for the first time since March, while U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude futures jumped 2.9% to $37.87 per barrel, marking $38.18 during the session, the highest since March 6th. Both benchmarks have risen sharply in recent weeks from the lows of April, buoyed by a continuing recovery in China, the epicenter of the virus outbreak, while other economies are slowly opening up after strict lockdowns. Meanwhile, the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries and other major producers, including Russia, a group known as OPEC+, are discussing the extension of production cuts of 9.7 million barrels per day, or about 10% of global output, in July or August. Lufthansa posts a huge loss in the first quarter. Lufthansa said to impose more restructuring measures after posting a first-quarter net loss of €2.1 billion, $2.35 billion, days after agreeing a €9 billion, $10 billion government bailout due to coronavirus pandemic. The German carrier, which had grounded almost all its aircraft and the height of the pandemic, confirmed a loss before interest and tax of €1.2 billion during the first 3 months of the year, first reported in April. Lufthansa Group, which includes Swiss, Austrian, and Brussels Airlines, suffered a 98% slump in April passenger numbers from the year earlier month to 241,000. On Wednesday, the company laid out plans to increase the offered capacity in September to reach 40% of what it had scheduled before the crisis. Tesla's rival Polestar expands showrooms in China. Polestar, the premium electric vehicle maker owned by China's Geely, plans to increase the number of showrooms in the mainland as the company prepares for delivery of its Polestar 2 electric sedans to compete with Tesla Inc.'s locally made Model 3. On Wednesday, the Gothenburg, Sweden-based carmaker, which currently has only one showroom in Beijing, said it plans to have 20 in 17 Chinese cities. Polestar is manufacturing cars in China's eastern city of Taizhou. The automaker plans to export Polestar 2 sedans to Europe and the United States and will open showrooms first in Shanghai and then expand to coastal Ningbo and southern Guangzhou. The showrooms will be mostly in shopping malls.